At this time, please stand for the procession of the platform party and remain standing through the singing of the national anthem.
President Schwag, the graduating students have now assembled for the fall 2023 commencement exercises.
Thank you so much, Chief Faculty Marshal Dr. Todd Harper. Good afternoon and welcome. On this special occasion, let us begin by singing the national anthem, which will be led by KSU student Morgan Potts and accompanied by the Dr. Bobby Bailey School of Music Brass Ensemble. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. On behalf of the faculty, students, and staff of Kennesaw State University, I'd like to welcome you to KSU's 267th commencement exercise. You may be seated. Please direct your attention to members of the platform party who will stand briefly as they are recognized. In addition to the deans who will be introduced shortly, joining us today are our Provost and Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Ivan Pulinkala. KSU Foundation Trustee and Vice President of Restaurant Development for Chick-fil-A Incorporated, David Milliken. Vice President for Advancement and CEO of the KSU Foundation, Lance Burchett. Our speaker, and honorary doctorate recipient today, Norman Radow. Chief of Staff, Lisa Duke. Our Vice President for Research, Dr. Karen Scarpinato. Our Vice President and Chief Legal Affairs Officer, Wakego Nukume Walker. Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Eric Arneson. And our KSU Registrar, Paul Parker. Thank you all. To the graduates of 2023, congratulations. This is your day. I hope you take it all in. The feeling of excitement, of achievement, of relief. You made it, and we are so very proud of you. To the family and friends of our graduates, welcome and thank you. Graduates, your years of support, love, and sacrifice made this day possible. This ceremony is for you too. This day of joy and celebration captures our mission and focus as a university. The courses you took, the research you conducted, the on-campus activities you experienced, they all led to this moment. Graduates, we were so glad when you chose KSU, when you made this your home and entrusted us with your education. While here, you overcame challenges, grew as students and as people, and impressed us in ways we could never have imagined. We enjoyed every moment with you. But while we're glad to see you come to KSU, we absolutely love to see you go and embrace the next phase of your lives. We're grateful that we could be a part of your journey. I will believe that you will find that your journey will continue to be shaped not just by what you learned in the classroom, but also by what you experienced outside of the classroom. So if you participated in any of the following activities while attending Kennesaw State, please stand momentarily to be recognized. First, if you are a veteran or served as a member of the military, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If you are the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If you worked on research with some of our extraordinary faculty, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If you traveled on a study abroad, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If you participated on an athletic team, please stand. Thank you. If you were part of a music or theater performance, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If you joined a student organization, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If you completed an internship or a co-op, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. And finally, if you held down a job or two while a student at KSU, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. Your journey with KSU does not end here. You are now each a part of the alumni family and automatically members of the KSU Alumni Association. Please take a moment to watch this short video made especially for you, our newest alumni of Kennesaw State University.
Your story is just beginning, Owls. It's a story of perseverance, friendships, and endless possibilities. We have been with you every step of the way, from your first exam to your last football game, from the late night study sessions to all the moments that have come to define you. We were there through the tough times and the amazing accomplishments. You have become a part of KSU, just as KSU has become a part of you. As alumni, you are part of a lifelong community and are connected to fellow Owls. From mentorship opportunities to affinity groups, we're here to help you succeed. Every time you take flight, you'll be taking us with you. You will always be a part of Owl Nation. Because once an owl, forever an owl.
In addition to the graduation of our students, we're also here to celebrate a historic moment for KSU, the bestowal of an honorary doctorate of humane letters. In its history, Kennesaw State has bestowed only 16 honorary doctorates. Today, we add one more. Honorary doctorates are among the highest and most notable recognitions that a university can bestow upon an individual. These doctorates honor individuals who have made lasting contributions to the university, to the community, to their profession, and to humanity. This afternoon, I am pleased to announce that Kennesaw State University is awarding an honorary doctorate of humane letters to Norman Radow. Norman established the Radco Companies in 1994, founded on his lifelong passion to improve the lives of people and neighborhoods. Radco's first project was the redevelopment of a distressed 53-story Atlanta hotel, office, and condominium tower, which later became the Four Seasons Hotel. Since 2011, Radco acquired and invested in approximately 30,000 condo and apartment units and homes in 15 markets and completed more than 100 deals totaling $3.2 billion. Radco re-entered the hospitality market in 2021 with the successful acquisition of 12 hotels, including 4 in Atlanta. The most important of these acquisitions was the historic American Hotel in downtown Atlanta. He is proud that it was the first hotel built as an integrated hotel in the South, breaking many barriers and transforming communities. For 10 years, up until 2012, Norman served as the vice chairman and then chairman of the Kennesaw State University Foundation Board of Trustees and founded its real estate foundation. Norman was one of the primary drivers of the foundation's policy to buy land and build infrastructure that would allow KSU to grow and to expand. In his roles, he added over $600 million in real estate investment to our campus, including the acquisition and development of our sports park and stadium. He also oversaw the development of most of our housing on campus. Without these investments, Kennesaw would not have the resources to support the 45,000 students who attend the university today. Norman endowed scholarships that funded 47 students at KSU, totaling $253,000 for this year alone. 40 of those students received the Lindy Radow scholarship, giving them $5,000 each to further their KSU education. KSU honored Norman by naming the college, whose graduates we celebrate today, the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences. He also is the benefactor of the Radow Institute of Social Equity. He and his family take their mission to promote public education of excellence here at Kennesaw State University very, very seriously. For example, his family recently gave a lead $1 million gift to advance our athletics capital campaign. He is an Owl's owl. He received the Clarice Bagwell Medal for his commitment to education, a medal that Norman is wearing today. He received the Erwin Zabin Award and the Chairman's Award, all here at KSU. Norman is currently a member of the New York Law School Board of Trustees, as well as the KSU Foundation Board of Trustees. He also was awarded Alumnus of the Year of his alma mater, SUNY Plattsburgh, and was inducted into the Charles C. Ward Society, recognizing his philanthropy to that institution. He and his wife, Lindy, were also inaugural recipients of the prestigious Billy and Bernie Marcus Humanitarian Award. They have both received many civic and leadership awards. Today, for all he has done for education at KSU, Norman will be awarded an honorary doctorate by Kennesaw State University and by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia. Following the hooding, I invite Norman to provide our keynote commencement address for today. Please join me in honoring Norman Radow as KSU bestows upon him an honorary doctorate of humane letters.
Mom, I'm a doctor. President Schwag, Provost Belancala, Dean Kokinen, department chairs, faculty, and staff of KSU and the Radow College, my friends, colleagues, and family, and the families, friends, and parents of our graduates, and to the class of 2023, what an incredible day. Over 45 years ago, I too felt the excitement you are feeling right now. I remember all those once-in-a-lifetime experiences that happened at my college graduation, and you will too. But there's one thing I don't remember. Who was my commencement speaker? Now, commencement addresses are supposed to be uplifting and make you feel good. Offer you maybe a pithy life lesson or two that you may forget hours later. That is not this speech you will hear today. I will indeed explain why you are so very fortunate, more so than you probably realize. But I will also offer you a warning. We as a people are rapidly discarding two essential elements that make a truly great society: perspective and respect. I'm going to beseech you to elevate both as you take leadership roles in our nation. Whether, like me, you can't remember your commencement speaker in the years to come, I hope you'll remember my words as you make your mark on the world. So let's begin with perspective. If you've studied art, the trick is to take a two-dimensional canvas and make it come alive in 3D, using 3 techniques to create perspective. If an artist doesn't use perspective techniques to create a realistic sense of depth, the images would be distorted, and we wouldn't be able to understand the work. Over the past decade or so, perhaps because of social media, we as a nation began losing the ability to see current events and issues of the day through the lens of perspective. In college, I was a student of history and remain so today. And at 66 years of age, I have lived through and studied our modern history. Moreover, I knew my grandparents well into my adulthood. They lived into their 90s, and they were able to share their experiences of the early 20th century with me. They were all born on either side of the year 1900. And based on these people, my grandparents, who helped shape me, I have 1 foot in the year 1900 and 1 foot here in 2023. And hence, I have considerable perspective. My grandparents' stories are in some ways shocking and hard to comprehend through a 2023 lens. But here are some themes about their lives they all shared. My grandparents all knew disease, the dreaded polio, diphtheria, tetanus, tuberculosis, scarlet fever, measles, and many, many more. They each had siblings who died in childhood from one of these diseases. They were impoverished. Not the poverty we see today here in America, but raw poverty. Dirt floors, going hungry, freezing, scared. As Jews in Eastern Europe, during the time of the Tsars, they lived in constant fear of pogroms, corrupt police and officials, and lawless criminals who would prey on their communities. Both my grandfathers, to combat poverty, were sold by their families into indentured servitude at the tender age of 8 years old. That's a fancy word for slavery. But that's Eastern Europe in 1900. Let's talk about America in 1900 for even the middle class. There were no cars. They were just being invented. Horse manure was everywhere, attracting flies and rodents and had stench. People burned wood or coal for warmth and cooking, polluting the air far beyond anything we experience in our cities today. The airplane would not be invented for 3 more years. There were few toilets. Unheated, unventilated outhouses were the norm, or people threw human feces into the street. And there was no toilet paper. In fact, toilet paper didn't come into wide use until 1935. Most homes did not have hot water until the 1930s. TVs didn't exist, nor radios. There was no refrigeration. Food was often rotten, but certainly rarely fresh. Work was 60 to 80 hours a week, and it was backbreaking. Women were second-class citizens who did not have the right to vote. And forget about protections against discrimination based on age, sex, race, or religion. No wonder life expectancy, if you were born in 1900 in the United States of America, was just 47 years of age. So knowing all this, sitting here today, would any of us want to have been born and grow up in the year 1900? In 2023, we do not even know about the diseases my grandparents experienced and feared. We don't sleep on dirt floors. Even the poor in America have access to food stamps and can eat. Our foods are fresh and safe. We have central air and heat. We have modern hygiene, vaccines, antibiotics, and medical treatments that greatly reduce or eliminate the risk of the major maladies that plagued those even a generation ago. Today, almost everyone has a color high-def television, or better yet, an iPad, lighter and cheaper than even the calculator I used in college. The iPad can travel with you anywhere, stream movies, TV, and the news, anywhere in the world at the press of a button or from voice command. I haven't adopted that yet. Smartphones, digital cameras, instant communication, the internet exists for nearly all. Massive airplanes take us where we want to go in the world when we want to go there. We have refrigeration. We have hot water. And, oh yes, we have toilet paper. What we just learned is called perspective. And here's my point, and it's a vitally important one, and I want you to marinate on it. From nearly every perspective, we live in the greatest, most medically advanced, and wealthiest time in human history. And we live the longest, too. There is no recorded time when we had more longevity. And in this greatest of all times in human history, by living in the United States of America. We won the jackpot twice. We live in the freest, wealthiest nation of this greatest and wealthiest time in human history. You are the most fortunate human beings ever. Now, that's not to say we don't face real problems, but from the perspective of human history, imagine your good fortune. Now, I want to move a generation forward from my grandparents, and I want to introduce you to a woman you may already know of, my mom. Mom, can you stand, if you can? Class of 2023, my mother's name is Beverly Radow, and the lobby in the Humanities and Social Sciences building is named after her, the Bev. My mother is in her 97th year. In her youth, while it wasn't prohibited, culturally, it was the norm for women not to go to college. And even though Beverly was smarter than her brothers, that's according to her brothers, she was tasked by her family to forego college and instead work to support their college dreams rather than hers. One brother became a renowned surgeon and saved many, many lives. The other earned a PhD in political science and became an important advisor to several US presidents and to world leaders. And can you imagine what life Mom could have led if she too could have gone to college? And what contributions to our world she assuredly would have made. That was life then. Now, in Mom's lifetime, the tables have turned. Not only can women go to college, they're encouraged and even expected to do so. In fact, more women are graduating universities than men today. So let's demonstrate this giant leap in the advancement of our society in just one generation by visual perspective. For that, I need your assistance. Will all the women who are graduating today rise at your seats? And stay standing just a minute. You deserve every applause you're getting. You are demonstrating that women in this country are no longer denied an education because of their gender, but that you are now equal under the law and in fact. And Mom, I am glad that you can witness this transformation of our nation in your lifetime. These women will take their place along with men to grow in any profession and advance in any career they chose, with equal opportunity based solely on merit. They too can become doctors or PhDs like your brothers, a C-suite executive like my daughter Lisa Hurd, who is with us here today, university presidents like our very own Dr. Schwag, or better yet, become president of these United States. I hope to see a woman in the White House in my lifetime. Women get to work. Thank you. You can sit down. You have made my point better than any words I could utter. Now I want to move a generation even further, to me, to my generation. I wish I was graduating in the America you are living in today. Things have gotten far, far better since my college graduation 45 years ago. When I graduated law school, for example, just 15% of my class were women. Today, at my alma mater, New York Law School, an astounding 64% of the class of 2024 are female, including my niece. Minority participation is up dramatically from a mere 5% back then to over 40% now. And it is over 50% here at KSU. And when I was, it deserves applause. And when I was in college, being gay was shocking. No one, and I mean no one, ever discussed sexuality. Today, your class openly embraces people of every sexual orientation. On the health front, I'm walking around today with an artificial knee, a prosthetic that didn't exist when I graduated college. In 2014, I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. It was caught very early because of a CAT scan that did not exist in 1978. And the operation to remove my cancer was performed by a surgeon using a 6-armed robot controlled by a computer. The surgeon never touched my body. If I developed this cancer in the 1970s, I would not be here today. In 1964, I remember visiting the World's Fair in New York City with my parents. And there was one futuresque pavilion I can't forget. It was our tour of Bell Labs. There we saw the craziest science fiction of all time. We saw a device that allowed you to watch the other party on a tubed black and white television while you spoke to them on a rotary dialed phone. Crazy, right? We thought so. But today you're living it. The smartphones you have with you right now, and you know you have it, is 1,000 times more powerful than the computers in the 1970s that took up huge refrigerated rooms, and far more advanced than even the science fiction of my youth. The world you're entering is full of wonder. Imagine what your generation will invent next. This is also the one country in the world where most of our ancestors, and even some of us here in this room, chose to live in. And we also can choose to leave any time. But many in the world do not share in our good fortune. Ask citizens of China, North Korea, Iran, or Russia. If you are a citizen of those countries, and 1.5 billion people are, and you are unhappy there, just try to leave. What I'm challenging you to do, and this is vitally important, when confronting the many problems and issues we face or disagree with in America, let us remember this perspective. America really is the freest and wealthiest nation in the world, a world that itself is the greatest and wealthiest of all time. So now let me focus on respect. The great Jewish sage Hillel was taunted by his Roman antagonists 2,000 years ago. The Roman soldiers were pagans, and they mocked the great sage's belief in one God and his Jewish nationalism. To give you a history lesson, Hillel lived during the time of King Herod, and before the great Jewish temple was destroyed by the Romans. These soldiers humiliated and forced Hillel to stand on one foot. With their spears and swords pointed at him, they taunted, "Now teach us the Torah," the entire Hebrew Bible, while standing on that one foot. The Bible, after all, is a very long book, and they thought by teasing him, the famous rabbi was just too good to pass up. But Hillel was ready with an answer. He responded, "Respect your fellow man as you would yourself. All the rest is commentary." Respect. It is the hallmark of a good citizen. And Hillel preached it to men who were clearly being disrespectful. What chutzpah. But you don't have to be Jewish to understand the importance of respect. Christian liturgy embraced its importance from its beginning. So did Islam, as have the philosophers and the religions of Asia. But in each generation, we seem to forget this sage admonition. In the 16th century, Muslim poet Hussein Nisha had to write, "Treat people the way you want to be treated. Talk to people the way you want to be talked to." It seems so obvious. Yet I worry. I worry for you, class of 2023. Why do we seem so angry with each other? Our political divides are more bitter than I've ever witnessed, and every problem is framed as some egregious personal insult. Divergent viewpoints are rejected by canceling the people who espouse them. Harassment and intimidation of those we disagree with are becoming more of the norm as our extremes. Often we take complex problems and dumb them down into sound bites. Too often we view problems as between the oppressor and the oppressed. We glorify victimhood. We don't see perspective when we look at our problems or focus enough on the issues requiring resolution. Instead, we're just yelling a lot. Respect and perspective are the two reasons why I was drawn to the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. It is here where we should learn to question, where we take facts and wisdom and apply them to real problems, where we can vet out new ideas and rehash and repurpose old ones, where we can learn political discourse, philosophy, how to communicate, to teach journalism, where providing honest coverage of events and current issues is intended to help improve our society, as we must learn to avoid making sport out of our differences, where we learn to study history and refrain from repeating the mistakes of our past, and if or when we see hyperbole and misplaced anger, the Radau College should and must teach us how to think through the noise and diminish its distracting sounds. We will always have disagreements, and they're very healthy. We should discuss them, debate them, and even argue about them, but let's do so solely in an effort to find their solutions and not to score cheap points intended to hurt each other and further divide us. We need to be like Hillel and Nisha and respect each other as we do ourselves, even with those we feel not deserving, because we're all made in the divine image. This nation was also born out of compromise. The founding fathers disagreed about a lot, but they avoided ad hominem personal attacks and forged a novel, first-time ever document that has been enduring. It has survived intact for 240 years. We have the same system of government, tweaked or interpreted over time to meet new needs and address modern issues. We are happily the most diverse nation on earth. Unlike any other nation, what binds us is not our religion, our ethnicity, or our race. What binds us is an idea. Few nations in history can make this claim. With all due respect to business majors and to other graduates from really wonderful schools here at KSU, see, I have to change there. It is you, the humanities and social sciences graduates, who can and must help bring our world perspective and guide us to debate issues of the day with mutual respect. We must do away with the poisonous notion that it is a pleasure to tear down, but instead insist the harder yet better goal is of building up. History is not the sound bites of Twitter or Instagram, and as you live through your history, ensure you discuss tomorrow's issues in thoughtful paragraphs. I'll end where I began. You live in the greatest country and in the greatest time in all world history. You can live longer and healthier than any generation before you, and in a free society, unparalleled in the rights it protects. My mother, Beverly, was denied this chance, but you live in a time where nothing is impossible. Opportunity knocks for you as it did for me. Grab it and hold it dear. You may think today was expected of you, but what you just did is not usual. Not in the least. Not given the perspective of history. You have earned a degree many of you would have been unable to obtain 1 or 2 generations ago. Make sure what you just accomplished doesn't slip away for your children. Preserve and strengthen this country and our experiment in democracy, so you can stand here a generation from now at this podium and tell your children what historic opportunities they have ahead of them. My call to action is to appreciate how unique, undeniably unique, and fortunate you truly are among all the generations of humankind that have ever walked this earth. And see all the challenges you face bearing that in mind. And of course, please respect your fellows. I want to give a shout out to this amazing, amazing institution, Kennesaw State University. I want to give my sincere thanks to the school for giving me this. I hope that all of us will give back to our nation. Dr. Schwag, thank you for the opportunity for me to address this incredible group of graduates. But most of all, I salute you, class of 2023. Now go improve our world. Hooty hoo.
Norman, thank you. It has just been an honor for during my 21 years here at Kennesaw State to know Norman and Lindy and his beautiful family. I told Norman earlier that I'm grateful for his leadership, the leadership that he has provided at the KSU Foundation. Much of what we enjoy today is attributable to that leadership. I'm thankful for his advocacy for our institution. He loves KSU. He went to other schools, but he advocates for our institution. And finally, I'm thankful for his friendship to KSU, his identifying with KSU and with our mission. So Norman, thank you. You honor us. At this time, I'd like our provost, Dr. Ivan Pulankala, to come to the podium, who will introduce our deans and the colleges represented here today, and those deans in turn will present our candidates.
Thank you, President Schwag. This is a very special day for the graduates we honor, and for the families, partners, and friends who support them and share in their success. Graduates, my heartfelt wish is that you have had an extraordinary KSU experience, and that you see graduation as one accomplishment on a very long and joyous life journey. Our focus this afternoon is on the graduates of the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences and the College of Architecture and Construction Management. The deans of these colleges will be introduced when they present the candidates for degrees. Also with us today is Dr. Karen Kornweibel, Dean of the KSU Journey Honors College, and Dr. Juliet Langman, Dean of the Graduate College. I would like to express my thanks to all KSU faculty members in attendance at this commencement, as well as those in absentia. I appreciate your dedication and your many contributions to the success of the students graduating this afternoon. At this time, I would like to request our faculty to please stand and be recognized. It is now time to present the various candidates for degrees. These candidates have completed all the requirements of their programs as prescribed by the faculty of Kennesaw State University and by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia. I recommend that they be awarded diplomas as evidence of their achievement. I now call upon the Dean of the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Dr. Katie Kaukinen, to introduce the candidates for degrees.
The Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences is home to the departments of English, Geography and Anthropology, History and Philosophy, Interdisciplinary Studies, Psychological Science, Sociology and Criminal Justice, Interactive Design and Technical Communication, World Languages and Cultures. It is also home to the schools of Communication and Media, Conflict Management, Peace Building and Development, and Government and International Affairs. Will the candidates for the master's degree in the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences please stand and be recognized? Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences please stand? In recognition of the academic accomplishments, the faculty of the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences is pleased to present the candidates for degrees.
Thank you, Dean Kaukinen. Will the candidates please be seated? I now call upon the Dean of the College of Architecture and Construction Management, Dr. Hazem Rashid Ali, to introduce the candidates for degrees.
The College of Architecture and Construction Management is home to the Department of Architecture and the Department of Construction Management. Will the candidates for the master's degree in the College of Architecture and Construction Management please stand and be recognized? Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Architecture and Construction Management please stand and be recognized? In recognition of the academic accomplishments, the faculty of the College of Architecture and Construction Management is pleased to present the candidates for degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Rashid Ali. Will the candidates please be seated? President Schweig, all degree candidates who are present and those in absentia have been presented by the deans.
Thank you, Provost Mulankala. Will all of the candidates please stand? Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Kennesaw State University and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled as evidence that you have fulfilled the academic requirements for that degree. Congratulations. Now it is time to recognize and congratulate each individual graduate. As your row is called, please move to the right side of the stage to receive your diploma. After your photo is taken, please return to your seat and remain in your chair until the conclusion of the ceremony, when we will be joined by a very special guest. Please be seated.
Will the graduates for the master's degrees in the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences please step forward?
Lisa Shore Statz. Charlene LaShanne Johnson. Ashley Simone Bozeman. Janelle Cherie Mendoza Guerra. Morgan Hope Dial. Lucas Mota Pascual. Caitlin Elizabeth Vogel.
Will the graduates for the baccalaureate degrees in the Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences please step forward?
Aaliyah Denise Sermons. Julio Cesar Langarica, summa cum laude. Leanna Elise Cooper, cum laude. Thomas J. Wimbush V. Amari Gabrielle Flournoy. Brianna Holly Boyle, magna cum laude. Andy Grace Stockman, magna cum laude. Noah Edward Smith, magna cum laude. Christina Marie Martello, summa cum laude. Kellen Rainier Zanoni. Tristan Joseph Temple. Tara Marie Kessinger, cum laude. William Elijah Hagler IV. Jessica Grace Taylor, cum laude. Frankie Wilkes Berryman, magna cum laude. Bradley Ethan Green. Mitchell H. Park. Hilkiah Ray Vaughn. Davin Reed. Brandon Walter Wood. Kyle James Jones, magna cum laude. Bobby Elise Holshoe, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Emmons. Jack Ryan Heffernan. Jeremy Tyler Zygan, cum laude. Mia Hutchinson, summa cum laude, Lindy Radow Scholar. Alexa Lee Giansos, cum laude.
Stella Grace Gainsford, summa cum laude, honors scholar.
Michael Barton. Ivy Veronica Ferguson, magna cum laude. Kendall Danielle Majet, magna cum laude. Idanaja Rosa, cum laude. Madeline Rachel Hipp, cum laude, honors research scholar. Nathan James Artigas, summa cum laude. Zane Gardner Durham, cum laude. Emily West. Christine Elizabeth Adkins, magna cum laude. Ellie Praise Foster, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Farrell. C.J. Malone, magna cum laude. Tiani Rain Johnson, cum laude. Rebecca Ceballos. Andrew Mark Daughtry. Cole Christopher Parham. Sydney Faith Smith, cum laude. Julia Jade Smith. Nicole Marie Joyner. Brianna Nicole Wilkinson, magna cum laude. Jules Marie Liberatori, magna cum laude. Christopher Knight Mathis. Jordan Hulsey. Emily Camille Amin. Isabella Elena Mendez. Kirsten Elizabeth Brown. Parker Garrett Ford. Linnea Iman Boyd. Sarah Renee Williams, cum laude. Taylor Lauren Kennedy. Emma Grace Bush. Lacey Vaughn, cum laude. Saba Ababa. Micah Graham McLean. Lauren Christina Weir, cum laude. Mackenzie Nicole Fuller. Amari Janae Cody, summa cum laude, honors in the major. Alexandra Gabrielle Aponte Fuentes, cum laude. Alexa Scott Phillips. Elizabeth Grace Holland. Michael Castillo. Courtney D. Dillard, cum laude. Morgan Danielle Butler. Sienna Tamari Coles. Jaden Bullock. Jamani Charles Allison. Damian Robinson. Mary Alyssa Pena, cum laude. Elizabeth Varner. Brittany Gale Vickers. Molly Ann Brunsvold, summa cum laude. Leah Elizabeth Rogers. Catherine Ama Darkwa. Madison Dupree. Wanda Gale Denslow, magna cum laude. Dalina Ann Fan. Elizabeth Ann Kobler, cum laude. Alexa Lynn Kiefer, summa cum laude, honors in the major. Caroline Rachel Ard. Justin Kyle Oliver. Cameron M. Lockhart. Donovan Isaiah McLean. Claudia Antonietta Heigl. Ryan Anthony Cordero, cum laude. Devin Lindsay Rose. Marissa Shea Pierce. Madison Brooke Dinsmore. Alani Antonella Sevilla, cum laude. Maria Alejandra Miranda Moyano. Brooke McCall Basso, cum laude. Danae McCoy. Nicholas Jackson Alba, magna cum laude. Jessica Francis Ruth Martin. Kendall Nicole Sarami, summa cum laude. Maya Rachel Olivia Ransom. Kamora Janae Minor. Taylor Robin Lewis. Brianna Nicole Sampson, magna cum laude. Victoria Lee May, magna cum laude. Bailey Bea Maya Twatsups, summa cum laude, honors research scholar. Chloe Marie Bacon. Verania Natsumi Del Risco, cum laude. Holly Lynn Penfold, summa cum laude. Parker Bennett. John Brogan. Olivia Renee Plazik. Alana Jean Washington, cum laude. Razali Aliana Rodriguez, cum laude. Brenna Victoria De Leon. Madison Williams. Carlin Yates. Marissa Grace Caputo, magna cum laude. Jenna Shahoot, summa cum laude. Jean-Baptiste Bourreau. Carson Riggs Hopkins. Wilson Robert Ford, cum laude. Ruth Brady McElwain. Catherine Mary Joseph. Cayman Nkoski Okolo Handley. Angel Jones. Lowell Lucky. Colin Carter, cum laude. Zia Rose Beecher, cum laude. Philip Jordan Jasper, cum laude. Kyle Pugh. Kendarius Belser. Rachel M. Harriman, magna cum laude. Shinice Devon Aldridge, cum laude. Asana Laverne Boone. Roger Allen Otway, cum laude. Emily Brooke Van Cleef, summa cum laude. Chase Alexander Ponder. Morgan Elizabeth Smith, magna cum laude. Jada Ray Davis. Ava Sanford. Haley Faye Karras. Autumn Marie Gibson. Taylor Ariel McHenry. Emily Marie Faya. Sarah Ross Costello. Shannon Ladefoged. Keely Shea Gould, magna cum laude. Marika Oksana Sitch, cum laude. Rebecca Lee Rossetti. Warren Corey Brower. Madison Taylor Edwards. Sydney Alice Buffington, magna cum laude. Anaya Olivia Rayner. Emma Elizabeth Truitt Faffinger, summa cum laude. Mary Grace Zimmerman. Mary Elizabeth Dalt. Kendall Monet Bell, magna cum laude. Darius Miles Shirley. Serene Samir Abuhedba. Anthony Pauline. Shylin Page Rice, cum laude. Caroline Grace Wood, cum laude. Carly Brianna Wright. Jessica Kiffmiller, magna cum laude. Tristan Jessica Day, summa cum laude. Connor Thomas Fickle, cum laude. Aspen Hope Moore. Maura Catherine May. Hannah Nicole Myers, summa cum laude. Ansley Hannah Mann, summa cum laude. Sophia Ivashenko, magna cum laude, honors scholar. Kenta Hoadley, magna cum laude. Tori E. Sistrunk. Shaquelin Arnice Bryant. Eileen Marie Martell, magna cum laude. Kelsey Marie Corbett. Anijah Antoinette Knight. Sierra Nicole Caruso. Cassidy Morrison Phillips, cum laude. Kiara Monique Sutherland. Jada Shanice Samboy. Alexis Celise Nolly. Amber Chloe Garcia Cabezas. Madeline Lee Quinn. Zara Helene Goldberg, magna cum laude, honors scholar. Savannah J. Eggert, cum laude. Elisheva B. Ray. Damiola Sheriff Akindele. Leo Jahari Molina Sanchez. Hannah Anye Wilson. Maite Rodriguez Paulino. Valentina Sanchez Rodriguez. Monica Reagan. Colleen Badia, magna cum laude. Jetto Clairvaux Jr. Matthew Lawrence McRory, magna cum laude. Taylor Michelle Hill Bausman. Naomi Wanjiru Mwangi. Renee Lynn Barron, magna cum laude. Nikte Sefik. Cameron Savannah Vaughns. India Anasia Bell, cum laude. Aisatu Mariama Gay. Taylor Washington. Rebecca Elizabeth Parada. Richard Paul Norris Rockerbirdie, cum laude. Jasmine Cardenas, magna cum laude. Susana Pabon Vargas. Collins Obina Iheme Levinas. James Adam Bramley. Morgan Hannah Donahue. Nika Soto Cortez, cum laude. Max Campbell Harvey. Christopher Mino. Benjamin Cole Tukwa, magna cum laude. Brock Thomas Hardesty. Maya Janae Crosby. Daniela Andrea Marino. Hannah Marie Williams. Ella Natalia Valenzuela, cum laude. Reagan M. Bristol, cum laude. Jaden Ashley Jones. Evelyn Orbea. Sydney Alexis Johnson, cum laude. Lindsay Renee Gaines. Nicholas Alvarez. Rachel Drew Curtis, magna cum laude. Jennifer Melissa Curtis. Apple Wayna Thompson Holt. Christina Hales. Shauna Crow Golden. Tara Gayton Sanders, summa cum laude. Jillian Marie Nurse. Caroline Grace Lundquist. Nicole Jessica Truesdell. Francesca Pia Garcia. Gabrielle Ganawan, summa cum laude. Skylar McKenna Kelly. Skylar Autumn Heath. Tila Lynn Eels. Brooke Lynn Thomason. Mary Catherine Damon. Henley Evenel Thermidor. Fernicia Latoria Gray. Jamera Vivian Elise Abbott. Grace Hansen, magna cum laude. Amanda Pearl Likend, magna cum laude, honors scholar. Anna Marie Scavelli, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Nicole Wisniewski Maldonado. Imani Nicole Hendricks. Emily Catherine Cheney. Kiera Chantel Moore. Gabrielle Imala Jones, magna cum laude. Catherine Regan Schomburger. Christian Dominic Disclafani, summa cum laude. Jamila Rayshawn Curtis, magna cum laude. Ursulan Fahim Sayani. Karen Nguyen, magna cum laude, Lindy Radau Scholar. Veda Srimati Kumar. Sydney Nicole Woody, cum laude. Jaira Brashawn Williams. Jordana Jackson, magna cum laude. Bobby Cheyenne Ayers. Isabella Susie Oliver. Amelia Marie Imai, magna cum laude. Olivia Page Nortman. Vanna Lee Beach, magna cum laude. Robert Clarence Jefferson. Addison Lynn Godey. Rafaela Lubisco Aboud, cum laude. Cameron Sky Simmons. Mena Tesfai Turura. LaKayla Kiana Elizabeth Shade. Ariana Sadie Johnson. Eunice Alvaran. Cameron Armani Goodwin. Samuel Dixon Maruri Kathuka, magna cum laude. Finn Kelly Simons. Lotus Wynn. Kelly Lynn Norton. Gabrielle Brooke Thigpen. Sarah Christine Harrison, cum laude. Michael Slade.
Kendra Ware, cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth Chenault, cum laude. Kiana Michelle Parsons. Will the graduate for the master's degree in the College of Architecture and Construction Management please step forward?
Edson Bispo Para.
Will the graduates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Architecture and Construction Management please step forward?
Alejandro Fernandez Pineda, cum laude. Stephanie K. Joyce. John Joseph Dombrowski. Cooper Darren Roberts. Joshua Augustine Oliver. Matt Thomas Leroy, cum laude. David William Free. Preston Cole Milliken. LaFon DeRail Adams. Luis Enrique Wences Jr. Edgar Donaldo Gomez, cum laude. Dairo Mariel Jimenez, cum laude. Victor Manuel Garcia, magna cum laude. Steve Charles Nemec. Gad Moara Jorge. Kayla Renee Gross. Gavin Lee Aarons, cum laude. Jacob Swanson, magna cum laude. Ashley Gregory Ingram. German Gonzalez. Steve Martin Garcia Olivares. Perla Judith Vargas. Robert Wayne Lunsford. Luis Miguel Morales Zochipitecal. Frederick Angelo Pumarejo. Amir Hossein Degani. Raymond Lewis Strickland Jr. William Marion Edwards Jr., magna cum laude. Grady Ryan Cunningham. William Cameron Messina, cum laude. Tyler Paul Mathewson. Bakari Christopher Robinson. Evan Joseph Spires. Tristan Brooks Roussel. Taylor Berthelot. Thomas Bradford Mosley. Braxton Peterson, cum laude. Abraham Scout Hodgins. Joe Robert Schaub. Joseph Aaron Geringer. Mark Murungaru. Matthew Dean Archibald Page. Noah James Quay, magna cum laude. Miller Edward Parker. Dylan Thomas Mandel. Colby Austin Henson, cum laude. Ted Giovanni Sanchez. Christopher Connor Strong. William Samuel Zolotarev. Taylor Sanford Northcutt. Patrick Williams Poland. Paul Brandon Elias, cum laude. Michaela Ann Ray. Brianna Lee Thomas. Lucas da Costa Ferreira. Cherish Destiny Johnson, magna cum laude. Temiloloa Stella Alade Bemi, magna cum laude. Zaria Bell Bland, cum laude. Hannah Marie Craig, magna cum laude. Monica Rodriguez Silva, summa cum laude. Cynthia Esther Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Juliana Alexa Alorza Leva, summa cum laude. David Alejandro Fierro. Quentin Dakota Knight. Ryan Calaman. Nicholas Wayne Peck, summa cum laude. Patrick McGinnis Kitchens. Chioma Sapuluchuku Ezobi.
President Schweig, all candidates for degrees have now been presented.
Once again, congratulations to all of you who have just received your degrees. You should be incredibly proud of all of your accomplishments. Everyone, let's give KSU's newest alumni one more round of applause. As we move towards the completion of this commencement, we have other individuals who also need to be recognized and thanked, especially by our graduates. First, please acknowledge the dedication and impact of our faculty seated behind me who challenged and supported you while at KSU. I also personally want to thank our event and venue management team, our registrar's office, student musicians, KSU Public Safety and Police Department, and the many volunteers who helped put this celebration together. Importantly, please look to the stands and applaud your family and friends who are here with you today. This is your day, but they're a big part of it. Will the audience and graduates please stand and join Morgan Potts in singing the alma mater? The words can be found on the screen behind me.
Kennesaw, dear Kennesaw, nestled in the Georgia pines, what a special place you hold, treasured in this heart of mine. For the candles you set burning, lighting paths of love and learning, for the gifts you have given me. Kennesaw, I will cherish thee. Kennesaw, dear Kennesaw, fairest of the Southland's fame, sons and daughters gathered here, stand to praise thy lovely name, for the friendships that were made here, for the dreams we dared to dream here. Kennesaw, we will cherish thee. Kennesaw, we will cherish thee.
Graduates, along with those in the audience, please remain at your seats as the platform party exits. You will soon be joined by a very special guest who will lead you into your cap toss and cheer you on as you begin this exciting new chapter in your lives. Our guests will then exit the stage and come down the aisle to lead you out of the arena. Once you exit, we invite you and your guests to greet your family and your friends on the campus green at our Forever Al Fest as we celebrate you, the newest members of our Alumni Association. I now declare the 2023 Fall Commencement Ceremony to be concluded. Once again, congratulations.
undergraduates, grab your caps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mama call, see you on TV. Sunset done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. That was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound dramatic, yeah. But I know I had to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. I be itching like I had it, yeah. I'm surrounded 20 bags, yeah. But they didn't know me last year, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important, but all that mean nothing when I saw my door, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom, yeah, yeah. If you with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with a